Hello, it's been a while, yeah, especially on the side of adulting. It's probably more than a year. It is unfortunate that we are coming back. Yeah, we are coming back. Not unfortunate that we are coming back, of course, but it's unfortunate that we are coming back, but on a sad note. Yeah, I was scrolling to Twitter a couple of days ago, and I saw the story of a young man who has been struggling for a while. It struggled for so long to the point that he couldn't find any meaning for why he is here. And in the midst of that feeling, he he made an unfortunate choice to no longer be with us. Yeah, to use the YouTube term, to unalive himself, and it really is sad. It really is sad. Really sad. While there are many things, we could talk about the external factors that led to that choice. But for today, let's dwell with what is internal. Because it's what is internal that we can control. The hardship outside, what the economy is, how we feel, how people perceive us. We don't have so much control over those things. But what we can do is we can control how we respond to people's treatments of us and how we can respond to what the economy is doing to us, and also on the other side, how to identify people who are struggling, and if for some reason you are struggling, how to, be open and vulnerable to people, because help is available. Help is available. But a lot of times, if you don't let people know that you need help, they won't stretch their arm out to with you, help you. Sorry. Um, So when he put out his tweet that he's sorry, I think I'll post the tweet somewhere around here so that you can see exactly what he said. You know, one of the things that you would see is the man has struggled. His life had struggled. There was struggle in his life, and his cousin's sister tweeted. I'll put the tweet here. Um, how he was a light. He was that person that people go to, and in some ways, you could probably think that he was the life of the party, and then people did not realize that he had this struggle within himself till eventually this became the result of all of this struggle, and it really is quite sad. You know, um, I don't know. I don't know. There are people that seem to be the glue, the string around others. They do a whole lot of things to keep people in line. You know, they they are almost everybody's go-to. When you have a problem, oh, reach out to this guy, reach out to this guy. He's going to be there for you. And a lot of times, because of how put together we feel they are, because they're able to solve every other person's problem, there's a tendency to believe that they are doing so well for themselves and they probably don't even have struggles of their own. And that's a very, very bad assumption. Because what that does is it no longer creates an atmosphere where they can be vulnerable. Because they look around themselves and they see, in a sense, that everybody needs my help. And they are looking for someone who they could go to rather, that they would need that person's help, or they will share their burden, their help with the person. But unfortunately, for most of those people, they they don't have those, and you wouldn't even realize it that they don't have those, because every time you see them, they are happy. They can motivate you. They can encourage you. keep going, keep going, keep going. And you don't even know that within their heart, it's not like they don't know the words. They know the words, but they're finding it very difficult to believe the words for themselves, you know. And and that is what hopelessness is. When I went down that young man's tweet, I said the man has struggled for a while. I see some tweets like it's not easy. Oh, if not of my siblings, I would be gone. People and yada yada yada. All of those. See an evidence of struggle. It's not something one day. You know, depression sets in when there is a feeling of hopelessness. What the Bible says, say, hope deferred makes the heart weak. Depression sets in when there is a feeling of hopelessness. You're doing something over and over and over again, and you cannot see um, things changing positively. It's not like you're not trying, you're trying, but you cannot see things changing positively. There is a tendency for hopelessness to set in. Just be very realistic. There's a tendency for hopelessness to set in. It's not that you're being docile, you're not doing what you should. When you put in the work, you put in the effort, you're doing every single thing that you should do, and the result that you ought to be getting, you're not getting it. There is a tendency for depression to set in. There is a high tendency for depression to set in. And when that depression sets in, it becomes a matter of time because, unfortunately, honestly, I'm saying this unfortunately, because your depression sets in. Okay, let me breeze through this phase for the first 6 months. Try the first 6 months, nothing really happens. Another 6 months, nothing really happens. The time it gets to feel like nothing is ever going to happen. You know, the person now comes to a state where you have inhabited the idea, you've come to terms with the idea that this is not going to get good. Not just what is around you, but they say themselves their lives, and they think that there is nothing in my life that is going to get good. And if there is nothing in my life that is going to get good, it's better I just leave than still be here. And it's painful. Sometimes people leave subtle clues. This gentleman left subtle clues. Unfortunately, we couldn't see it. Or we took it as clues, we couldn't see it. See, one of the things I like to encourage people to do is if you have close friends, everybody should have close friends, please. It doesn't have to be many. One close friend is enough. Your family too can be your close friend. That'll be enough. If you have close friends or your close friends, one of the things you should try to do is at every point where somebody asks you, how are you doing? Be honest. Be very honest. Tell them the truth. Somebody asks you, how are you doing? Please tell them the truth. Regardless of how you feel they might perceive you in those moments, please, please tell them the truth. Because sometimes people are looking for an opportunity to just rant. They're not necessarily looking for they are looking for solutions, of course, in the grand scheme of things. But in that moment, there's something just very heavy in their hearts, and it's as if they are about to burst because they feel like there is nobody around them that can understand what they are going through. And the only way you can have people understand what you're going through is if you are able to give them a mental picture of what is happening within your heart. If there is chaos within you, it's internalized, it's chaos within you. Somebody outside cannot see what that chaos is. You have to be able to express yourself, not to everybody or whatever works best for you, I guess. But you have 1, 2, 3 friends at every point where you asked, how are you doing? Please be honest. Please be honest. Because you see, person wey don go don go. You no get anything wey person wey don go fit do for person wey still dey. You no get anything wey person wey still dey fit do for person wey don go. It is while we are here that we can be happy with each other, we can enjoy ourselves, we can laugh, we can smile. Once somebody has transited this plane, it's on to the next life before we can hopefully be rejoined with them. But for while we are here, we have to check up on each other. We have to be kind to people. We have to be kind to the people. Country is already hard. Things are already hard. If people should tell you what they are going through, you would be you would be surprised. You would be surprised. Let me share something with you. Imagine just randomly going around, going on just randomly. They randomly going. There was this gentleman just walking like, you know, life didn't care, and he was about to cross the road, and was like he wasn't watching. You know, you when you have people on pedestrian streets, you're waiting to cross the road, and there's always one mad driver out driving like the entire road belongs to him, of course. And this gentleman stepped into the road, had to pull him back, you know, and he was, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But his countenance was like something is terribly wrong with this gentleman. It doesn't feel like, oh, be watchful, careful, and then just go and left. So I asked, okay, how are you doing? Oh, what's happening? Because I say your mind no dey the road where you dey like this. And I said, oh, he just lost his brother, and he was walking back to the house because he heard the news, so he was trekking from work to home. The community is such that where you work and where you go home, it's not really that far like that. So I was just walking. Some people who are going through things, if they don't open their mouth and tell you, you wouldn't know. So the best you can do for anybody that you meet every day is be kind to people, be gentle to people. Don't add to the stress that they're already feeling. Don't add to the stress they're already feeling. People are going through stuff, man. People are going through stuff. So this is from personal experience. I would be dropping a link to where you can contact. There's a group called Mental Aware Nigeria. They have therapists who do that. I'm not a trained therapist. I'm not a therapist of any field, but you can contact them and talk with them. If you know people who need help, you can you can send the contacts to them so they can reach out to them and get the help that they deserve. The name is Mental Aware Nigeria. They're on they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter. I'll drop a link to where you can find them below. Also, this is just from personal experience. There are some of the things you can look out for that could be signs of depression, before hopelessness sets in. Um, One of those things is unnecessary lousiness, being loud, being too loud. A lot of times we do associate somebody being loud, just laughing, yapping about, jumping up and down, as someone who is extremely ecstatic or excited about life. Sometimes it's not the euphoria of life that is making them do that, but they are trying to encourage themselves, and they are maxing how they actually feel. So they are trying to jumpstart a good feeling. That could work for some other people, but be watchful for that, because while you're trying to jumpstart that feeling at the place where it is only them, I don't want to say reality sets in, but the the struggles they're having in their head sets in, and they start to question even that period of jumping up and being excited and being ecstatic about life. They start to question those points. So unnecessary loudness can be a sign, right? um quietness quietness in the sense that sometimes we meet some people, and um even in the heat of an argument or something, it's like they've given up. on the topic, on the subject. When people talk about things and like they're not even interested, because in that aspect of their lives, they've given up. They've given up, so they don't want to even have a conversation about it. Some of these things are subtle. Some of these things are subtle. You know, drunkenness is another indicator. When you see someone that's just interested in wallowing in drunkenness or being high, it's not a good thing. You should check up on those people. Self self infliction, like people who inflict pain on themselves. That's another very strong sign. I want to assure you, I've met a couple of people, so I want to assure you, there are people probably around you you wouldn't know who have inflicted pains, injuries, scars on themselves in the moment where they were depressed. I met someone and I saw some lines on her hand, and I asked, what's going on? I know you don't have a cat, so what's going on? You know, cats scratch and all. And she was able to open up and we were able to talk. Those are signs. Those are signs. So what can you do for these people if you notice those signs? Right? Try and have conversations with people. Conversations are very, very important. Conversations are very, very important. When we talk with people, we get a sense of being heard. Right? I'm trying so much not to talk about the country, but let me just slide this in. You know, you look at the situation that we have prevailing us. It's a situation where there is clear tone deafness between those who should be leading and those who are being led. So a lot of times people have people. There's a subtle feeling that nobody's listening to what you want to say. You want to rant about something, something gets to you. You want to complain about something, but nobody cares. Nobody doesn't matter. Try to listen to people. You don't necessarily have to. No, go out of your way. Let me not say you don't have to go out of your way. Try to go out of your way and listen to people, because that 8 minutes conversation can help. I if I remember, well, I saw the video. I'll probably attach it to this. But somebody was talking about um, something similar, and they threw in the idea that an 8 minutes conversation with someone, right, can go a long way of shaping someone's perspective to life. So even when people want to or are at the verge of um, unaliving themselves, an 8 minutes conversation would go a long way to avoiding that negative outcome. So talk with people, interact with people, right? Let people feel heard where they are around you. Don't shut people down. Recently, I've been told that I shut people down. It's not a good feeling, to be honest, you know. And by God's grace, I'm working on it. So please don't shut people down, especially those who are closest to you, those who feel safe enough to express themselves to you. Don't shut them down. An 8 minutes conversation will go a long way. Because see, the thing is, if you don't do these things for people, for them, talking especially for your close ones, while they are here, when they are gone, they are gone. There's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else you can do. You can say, you can talk. That's going to bring them back. There's really nothing else you can do. Everything I'm saying now is to prevent another person from doing what that gentleman did. You know, there's nothing I can say now or we can discuss now that will bring him back. That's just how it is. You know, he has crossed that step. He has crossed that step. So an 8 minute conversation will do. I think I said this earlier, but still be kind to people. Be kind to people. It doesn't really take much to be kind to people. Be soft to people. Speak softly. You don't have to shout. You don't have to yell at people. You don't have to be forceful towards people. You go online, you see so many terrible things that people have done to people. A woman reviewed tomato and was thrown into jail. Different things. Somebody spoke against a public figure and was thrown. You get Be kind to people. Be kind to people in your words, in your actions. Be kind to people. There is nobody that is not deserving of your respect. We are all human beings. Be kind to people. Treat people the way you would want them to treat you. There's something I love so much in the Bible. These two Jesus commandments I gave. He said the first one is love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your strength, and with all your mind. You know, and the next one is love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Be kind to people. Speak softly to people. The last one I would add, mm, although with some people, it may not apply because of your religious beliefs, I understand, but I would say this: pray for people. There are ideas that many people are wrestling that they've not been able to bring under subjection. And because you're not able to bring those ideas under subjection, those ideas um, climb to a place in their mind where they now look at it as what reality is. And when they start to look at it as what reality is, it now begins to dictate how they act out. And those ideas are not all things that are within our control. So pray for people. A lot of people are going through things, and even in the space where you try as so much to aid them, it's good to pray for people. Pray that God strengthens them, God give them grace, His wisdom comes upon them. You know, pray for people. Really, really do pray for people. It's not easy. It's not easy. We don't know everything that is going on in another person's life. As much as somebody can tell me what is going on in their life, the truth is that I am limited to the information that they give me. Outside the information that they give me, I have no idea what else is going on in their life. When you see the Holy Spirit, you see God, He's aware of everything in their life. So you can table, if you have concerns about somebody, you can table their matter before God. God is God. Let Him do His thing. So remember, right? Listen to people, be kind to people, and pray for people. It is quite unfortunate that what has happened, but what we can try to do is preventing another one from happening. That's essentially why this video is here. So, um, if you can, if you can, take out some time today, tomorrow, on Sunday, whenever weekend, and just message a couple of people and just check up on people, see how they're doing, check on them, make sure they're good, make sure they're fine, and by God's grace, we would not slide too deep into depression that we get to the state of hopelessness where our hearts becomes so weak that our mind cannot comprehend what reality is, and we think that a better option for us is to exit this plane. My prayer and my heart desire is that we learn to be kind to people, we learn to listen to people, you know, and just share love and share unity. It won't hurt to be a kind person, honestly. It wouldn't hurt. So just try, chat people up, message them, just know how they're doing, be around them, smile, laugh, ask genuinely, how are you doing? And if you asked how are you doing, please genuinely answer how you were doing. No cover ups, no sugarcoating, just answer, okay? All right. This is a solemn one, but well, it is a good one. All right. Take care.